Hello students and welcome again, and this is the last video of force, that is free fall and weightlessness, but not least because most of the conceptual question are come in your exam, that is weightlessness. So in this lecture we are going to clear your concept about free fall and weightlessness, because most of the students only know the definition of free fall and weightlessness. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss what are the concept behind free fall and weightlessness. So let's talk about free fall. So free fall is the falling of body without any resistance under the influence of gravity is called free fall. So I hope this definition you know, but now confusion is started from here. Sir, is free fall occur on earth because earth poses atmosphere and that gives resistance to the free falling bodies. So is is free falls occur on earth's surface or no? So let's talk one by one. And welcome again, and it's me Santoshgiri. You are watching Santoshgiri chemistry tutorials. So guys, there is a problem about free fall. So is free falls occurs on earth's surface or not? Because earth's surface are covered by atmosphere air, so that gives resistance to falling body. So is occurs or not? So let's see. So when we neglect the resistance offered by air, when we neglect the resistance offered by air, in that condition free falls occurs on earth's surface. So when we neglect the resistance offered by offered by air, so in that condition free falls occur on earth's surface. So why we neglect the resistance offered by air? Why? Yes, there is a question in your mind. So you have to neglect resistance offered by air because the resistance offered by air is very small, little, in little quantity. So we have to simply neglect the resistance offered by air. So the free fall are generally also occur on earth's surface, but not 100%, but occurs on earth's surface. Now sir, where 100% free falls occur? So 100% free falls occur on vacuum. Sorry, so where there is no any air in that planet or and that surface, free falls occur. So you know, in moon there is no any air atmosphere, so the actual free falls occur on moon surface because there is no any air, so there is no any external resistance to the falling bodies, so the free falls occur on moon or in vacuum. And as shown by Cohen and Feathers experiment proposed by Boyles, and you can see this video in my playlist, that is class 10's physics. So let's talk. Then second one is, I hope this will be clear your concept, free fall. So second one is weightlessness. Now condition, what is weightlessness? Now your definition, the weight of the body becomes zero is called weightlessness. So that is not 100% right definition, because in weightlessness, during weightlessness it is not necessary to be the weight of the body becomes zero, because not always g equals to zero during weightlessness. So remember this thing, the weightlessness is not a condition of a body in which weight of the becomes zero, but it is a case of weightlessness in which weight of the body becomes zero. We'll talk later. So what is my definition? It is the condition in which body feels that it is not being attracted by any force, and that is called weightlessness. Now what are the condition of weightlessness, where weightlessness occurs? So what condition of weightlessness? So first one is during free fall weightlessness occurs. So sir, why during free falls weightlessness occurs? And second one is in space, and third one is in satellite or bodies orbiting around earth, and fourth one is at the center of planet because g equals to 0. Now question comes here, sir, why during free fall the weightlessness occur? So there is a reaction force becomes zero. If you understand one time reaction force, then you understand whole thing about weightlessness, why weightlessness becomes zero in free falls, and you can do yourself give reason. But you have to understand reaction force. So to understand reaction force, I am going to wait this object, that is my book of class 10. So suppose this is a beam balance. So suppose this is a, listen carefully. So this is the beam balance. So I am going to measure the weight of the body. So let's try. So I am going to measure the weight of this book using beam balance. So assume this is beam balance. So when I hang this object to the beam balance, so this object, it means book, give a force, to the beam balance during measurement of weight, and that force is called reaction force. So listen, during measurement of weight, the body or object gives a force to the beam balance or any surface that measure weight, and that force is called reaction force. So understand or not? So understood? So this force is called reaction force. It means that during measurement of weight, object gives a force to the beam balance, and that force is called reaction force. So then after, second one is in a space. Why in a space the weight of the body becomes zero? And you know, when we move upward from the earth's surface, the value of g will decreasing, and in earth's surface the value of g, small g, becomes zero. So what is the formula of weight? Weight equals to mg. So what without m into zero, total our 0 Newton. So weight of the body simply zero. Now in satellite or bodies orbiting around the earth, so why sir this becomes zero? Because their g equals to not zero. So listen, uh, so a body which is orbiting around the satellite, around the earth's surface, what is happen there? So suppose this is the earth, and okay, so this is the earth and this is the satellite which is orbiting around the earth surface. So this is satellite, so this is earth. So in that case what happen? So this earth attract the satellite, and satellite attack the earth, by which force? That is gravitational force. And the satellites, the earth attract towards its center, that is called centripetal force, and the satellites wants to go far from the earth orbit, and that is called centrifugal force. So in that case the centripetal force is balanced by centrifugal force. So in that case centripetal force and centrifugal force are balanced by gravitational force. So in that case, the any object present inside the satellite feels freely, and that case reaction force becomes zero. So the body which is present inside the satellite, they feels that it is not being attracted by any force. So weight equals to what? Zero. So listen one time again. This is the satellite orbiting around the orbit of the earth. So earth attract this satellite, and satellite also attract the earth. So these centripetal force and centrifugal force are balanced by gravitational force. So in that case, so it means the body present inside the satellite is in freely fall. So when during free fall, what reaction force becomes zero? It means that the object or body present on that satellite do not exert any force, the force to the surface of the satellite, so the weight becomes zero. Now last condition, at center of the planet. So why the center of the planet the gravitational force becomes zero? And you know, at the center of the planet the acceleration due to gravity becomes zero, the value of a small g becomes zero. so the weight of the body becomes 0, because what is the formula of weight? mg. So m into 0, what we write? 0. And so let's talk about more detail about during free fall, because questions comes from here in satellite or during free fall. So let's talk more detail about during free fall reaction force, that is about reaction force. And this is the last video of force, and if you never seen all the videos, so please go to my playlist, that is class 10 physics, and here there I upload 5 videos, and this is the 6th video, last videos of force, and but not least. Okay, so during free fall, during free fall, so during free fall, what happened to the object? So listen. So during free fall, what happened? Listen carefully. So this is the beam balance, and I am going to measure the weight of this book. So this book exert a force on beam balance, and that force is called reaction force. So to measure the weight of the object or body, the object or body must give reaction force to the beam balance. But when I lift this object, then it freely falls. It doesn't mean, it means that it do not exert any force to the beam balance. So the reaction force is 0. Then the weight of the body becomes 0. So there is a two question from here in lift. In lift, and second one is aircraft freely falling towards earth's surface. So first one is in lift and aircraft freely falling towards earth's surface. So in what happened in lift? So listen. So this is a lift and this is a man standing here. So when lift is on and when lift off, and when lift is on, then what happen? So it moves downward. So in lift, when switch is off, so man just standing on the surface of the lift, then man exert reaction force to the base of the lift, and so it shows some weight, because man exert when switch is off, lift do not move up or down. So in that case, the man gives a reaction force to the base of lift. So in that case, man shows some weight. But when switch is on, so that lift move up or down. Suppose this move down, so this here free falls occur. So in that case, when free falls occur, so this man on the lift do not exert any reaction force, because during free fall the reaction force becomes 0. So this man present on the lift do not exert any force to the base of the lift, so the weight equals to 0. So in lift, during lift the weight of the body becomes 0. Now condition last one is aircraft freely falling towards earth surface. In that question, same reason. So when aircraft freely falling towards earth surface, then what will happen? So object or body present on that aircraft freely falls as well as with the aircraft. So in that case, the object or body inside the aircraft do not exert any force to the base of the aircraft, so it shows 0 weight, and it feels that it is not being attracted by any force, so the weight of the body becomes 0, and that condition is called weightlessness. Okay, so the weight of the body becomes not 0, because only in space to real weightlessness takes place, because in space G equals to 0, so weight is 0, but in that case weight is not 0, but it is only feel that it is not being attracted by any force. So that condition is called weightlessness. And thank you.